Alright guys, welcome back to another Cichlidscape video. There is nothing worse in the fish hobby than buying new fish for your aquarium and then them dying a day or two later. You've got these fish from a reputable local fish store, tough one, reputable local fish store, and they still die. So a lot of the time it's partly due to your acclimation process. So today we're going to talk about that, basically 4 things you're going to need to acclimate fish correctly. So let's go. So in a previous video guys, you saw this Waterbox Clear 10 aquarium. I rescaped this whole thing. This, if you don't know, is what's called an iwagumi setup. It's basically a rockscape. And at the time I was kind of wondering if I should keep the fish. Well, as you can see, I decided to get some new fish for this tank and thought, what better time than to do an acclimation video. For this, and for this correct acclimation, you just need a bucket, a net, a cup, and a Bud Light container. And any container, it doesn't have to be Bud Light. But while we let the fish temperature acclimate, let me just show you guys the fish room and show you basically that the rasbora that we moved over here are all safe and dandy in the 40-gallon aquarium. I decided to move them as, in my opinion, there's a different fish that is most commonly used in the iwagumi scapes, and I just really wanted to do something like that. And then I thought, what better way to do an acclimation video? So here's the fish. First thing you need, one of the components for, is the specimen container. So real quickly, I'll just take the fish out of the bag and then release them into the container. I always try to do this relatively gently because, you know, moving to a local fish store, if you're the fish and then getting transferred again to someone's tank, it's stressful. So whatever you can do during this period to negate the stress on them is best. After that, we're going to grab our second tool, which is just a cup, any cup. Decided to use a solo cup, why not? And all we're going to do for the next 20 to 25 minutes is add water from the tank the fish are going into this one. Basically, the idea of this is to take the parameters from the tank into the specimen container. And as you can see through this time lapse, we did this plenty of times for about 15, 20, 25 minutes in total, probably about 4 or 5 sets. This just gets them used to the parameters of the tank that they're going into, and then is hopefully going to make it less of a shock when they get in there. After that, take out the specimen container, pour the water into the third and fourth component, which is the net and the bucket. Get the fish in there and then put them in the tank. When I put the fish into the tank, I always like to make sure that the fish swim out of the net rather than just forcefully putting them in. Again, this is just personal preference, a little bit of a stress thing. Sometimes it takes them a little while to get out of the net, but you know, in my opinion, this just helps them feel more comfortable in the tank from minute 1. As you can see from this footage, 5 neon tetra already went into this tank about 2 or 3 days ago, and you'll be able to tell through the coloration that they have already got used to the tank. They're completely comfortable with it compared to the others. So let's actually take a look at that. So there you have it guys, quick, simple, easy method of how to add fish to your aquarium when you've bought them from a local fish store. This video isn't necessarily brilliant for when you're shipping fish because you want to get them out of the bag straight away, but when you've bought them from a local fish store, this for me is the best method. Later that night, all the fish are eaten, just like to see them devour like piranhas. Just like to throw some bigger flake in sometimes and let them kind of pick at it. Definitely not like piranha, but overall really happy with how this tank's looking right now. Let me know what you think to the stocking down below and how you acclimate fish. If you've got a different method that you want to share, please let me know. P-Bear is overall happy with his tank because that tail wag says so. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.